energy is moving, and potential energy has no movement at all.
Can you give me an example of it?
So give an example of potential energy, Francisco.
A soccer ball when you kick it.
Okay, so not when you kick it, because that's a form of kinetic energy. But a soccer ball just sitting there is potential, right? Because it has the energy stored within it. So then, talk about kinetic energy. How would that soccer ball then show kinetic energy?
Isn't it by when it starts moving? Because when you kicked it, it starts like all power goes to the ball and it starts moving.
Good. Is that what you think, Victor? Yeah. Good. Okay. Next question, guys. Oh no! Don't ask. Ask.
Okay. My bad. Alicia, what would happen if friction is added?
I don't know.
Somebody help her out.
Like friction added to what?
To the system. So if you add friction to... So in a roller coaster, we have potential and kinetic energy changes, right? What happens when we add friction? What happened in the energy skate park? Slows it down. And what does friction turn into? Heat, thermal energy, right? So then at the end of the thing, we're left with potential energy and thermal energy. We no longer have kinetic energy, right? But it's still the same amount that we started off with, right? Okay, good. What's another question, guys?
Marianne, can it be created or is it always the same?
What can be created?
Energy. So can you create energy, or is it going to be the same?
No, you can't.
Why can't you create it?
Because energy can never be created or destroyed.
Good. And what law is that? Who can help her out? What law is that?
Third law.
The law of conservation of energy, okay? So that law is just telling us that if we start off with 15 units of energy, whether that 15 units changes to kinetic, potential, or thermal, it's always going to be 15 units. Okay? So good. What's the next question?
Nick.
What types of Ka are there and what types of Pa are there?
Say it in Spanish.
Every time they make a comment, every time they add to the discussion, they get a check mark. Okay?
What type of kinetic energy is?
Just read it on your paper.
¿Te la leo de nuevo o qué?
What type of kinetic energy are there, and what type of potential energy are there?
Okay, so describe some forms of kinetic energy. What's a form of kinetic energy? Like, so here's an example. Motion energy is kinetic energy.
So like,
What would radiant energy, the heat from the sun, what would that be? Would that be, we're looking at potential or kinetic. Is it kinetic energy or is it potential energy? Potential, okay. So what about electricity? Is that kinetic energy or potential energy? Kinetic, right? Okay. So if let's take the example of you drink a Red Bull and then you go out and then play a game of soccer. Talk about the different energy forms that example shows. Jasmine, what do you think? What does drinking a Red Bull do? Casey?
Chemical?
Chemical. Why is it chemical?
Because it changes. It goes down your throat and the acid changes the acid.
Yeah, so the energy is stored inside the Red Bull, right? So it's chemically bound up in the Red Bull. So the drink gives you energy, okay? Now we have all this energy. What are we going to do next? We're going to go work out, right? We're going to go outside and play. What type of energy is that? Motion energy, okay? And is that kinetic or potential? Kinetic. Yeah, so potential is, chemical is a form of potential. Good. Okay.